Tactical Cowboy here. Coming up, we're going to do an unboxing of the new Primary Arms Cyclops Gen 2. So what Primary Arms did with the Generation 2 Cyclops is they downsized the optic body and they increased the reticle size. I don't have any experience with the Gen 1, the original Cyclops, but Primary Arms was nice enough to send this optic out to me for review, so a huge thank you for that. Features on this I'll get into shortly, but here's some of the features listed on the box. And here's your reticle. So this has been my first experience with the ACSS reticle. This is the red reticle version. I don't know if the green has officially been released yet, but it is up on their website for pre-order. I'll have a link to both of these models. Also coming soon is a FDE, I guess it's Cerakoted optic. So if you're interested in a FDE version, I'm assuming it'll be available in both red and green, but that's coming as well. So included with the optic is a microfiber and a couple of manuals. The optic itself with I don't know which co-witness riser this is, but it comes with a riser already installed. Plus you have these three other, depending on if you want a canted optic and just how canted you want it. Some hardware and a couple of tools to get you going. As for the manuals, so this has been my first experience with the ACSS reticle, so this will be a good cheat sheet for me. You have your ranging down here at the bottom part of your reticle. And then I don't know yet what I'll be installing this on. I may use my 10.5-inch pistol build, but I'd like to put it on a 12.5-inch AR pistol, but we'll see if I can make that happen. But basically, no matter what it goes on, then you will have some sort of a reference. And then also for you shotgun users, then this reticle is usable. Again, here's your range estimation. There's a lot of good information inside this booklet if you're not familiar with the reticle. And it's kind of supposed to get you going. Here's your different options. Okay, on to the optic itself. You get some bikini covers, keep those lens protected. This is feature packed. It does feature the auto on, auto off. You have the ACSS reticle, which is a big feature for a lot of people. You have recessed turrets that are capless. You can't. I think it's the T1 is the mount that it uses. Very generous eye relief is what they say. Just looking at now, then I have to agree that it's pretty generous for a Prism scope, but like a scope, then you do have some an eye box, and you get some scope shadow if you're not centered. But overall, for the experience, then it's not like your ordinary prism scope, but it's still not as good as a red dot. For size comparison, then let's get this guy on a scale. So I'd say a typical 1x prism scope will come in, say, between 11 and 13 ounces. The primary arms Microprism is 7 3/4 ounces. Let's go and get the Swamp Fox 1x blade. So 13.5 ounces. That was one of my complaints with this guy, that it's a chunk. And then, just for comparison's sake of a red dot, here's the Trigicon MRO on a ScalarWorks mount, coming in at 5 3/4, so 2 ounces lighter than the Microprism. And then, just for size comparison, here's those two side by side. And then let's get the Swamp Fox over here just to see its overall size dimensions compared to the primary arms. So quite significant. As for the aesthetics, then I really like how it looks. Pretty sleek. So this isn't the, well, I don't know who's first, but I'll say this isn't the only Microprism on the market. Adaball has a Microprism. I've never used an Adaball, but I am an affiliate with Adaball, so I have an affiliate link. I believe I have a coupon code, but because I've never used any other products, I don't push their products. I don't really mention it. Every now and then I will see them post something on social media, and I'll share it. In case somebody does want to try something out, I'm not going to steer them away from it, but I'm not going to push their products whenever I don't have any personal experience with them. But if you haven't seen that Microprism from Adaball, then here's a picture of it. Notice how big the turrets look. I'm thinking that the optic is just so small that the turrets look so big and oversized. And here's the Swamp Fox. You notice how the turret is recessed, and you have the optic body coming up, and it's protecting the turrets as its purpose of this design. And that's how Adaball did their Microprism. I think it's just so exaggerated because the optic is so small. It's not a very good looking optic, I'll say that. But again, I don't have any personal experience with that optic or the company itself, so I can't say anything negative about the optic itself, except for it just doesn't look very good. I don't have any experience with this optic yet. This is just an unboxing to show you how it compares to some other optics on the market. As far as size, just to show you how small this optic is. For your illumination, you have 3 night vision settings if you use those. Then you have 4 through 13 normal brightness settings. And so far, as far as dislikes on this optic, then the rotary knob is one of my 2 dislikes. It's just very stiff. I'm hoping that it loosens up it was with some use. I've spun it quite a bit, hoping that it'll work itself in, or work itself loose, more like it. But so far that hasn't happened. Definitely a very bright reticle. As for the second dislike, your adjustment ring here on the back is again very stiff. It's also very thin, so it makes grabbing hold of a little difficult. But you gotta really apply a lot of pressure to get a good grip and adjust that ring. Not a dislike yet, but something else about this optic, and it says it there. Most reticles, like these other two, you'll see it there, 1 click equals half MOA. So that's your average optic adjustment. For some reason, Primary Arms decided to do 1 click equals 1 MOA. So the downside to that is you don't have as precise of an adjustment when zeroing your optic. You may hit a little left or right, or a little up or below your intended zero, just ever so slightly. But I don't think it's not going to be enough to really ruin your day. When shooting at a silhouette, I'll say, then you'll definitely be in a kill zone. So I'm not worried about it, but that is a dislike for some people. I wanted to go ahead and mention that. I'm looking forward to getting this optic out and using it. I'm thinking about putting it on a 12.5-inch AR pistol, but I may have to settle for my 10.5, since that's my kind of my workhorse. I'm not afraid to get it dirty and beat up on it. So if you'd like to see me beat up on this optic, then that may be what I put it on. Otherwise, I'd like to put it on an IWI Zion, and it will not be getting beat up. Go ahead and comment down below, tell me what you think. If you're looking forward to upcoming videos on this optic, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that bell notification as well. Again, appreciate you watching, and until next time, Tactical Cowboy out.